Well, hey there, folks. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Welcome back to another day in my 2020 beekeeping season. We're going all the way from winter through the next fall here in southeast Louisiana. And as I always tell you, I'm not here trying to do no how-to video. I'm trying to figure it out myself. And hey, guys, a reminder, if you do like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Well, folks, I just made that video earlier today going through all the hives and checking the honey in the super, so we can get an idea of where we're going to and when we're going to harvest. Well, I took you all along for that and a couple other miscellaneous things we did, and I told you all about why any of the weak hives I need to pull honey as soon as I can, because right now the flow is wrapping up, and any weak hives that aren't able to guard their honey are either going to get pests, which we saw a small hive beetle infestation beginning today, and robbing, because robbing is going to start. The bees are starting to pick up on loose nectar that's laying around or honey, and I'll show you how. I had a frame out there, a couple frames in one of the supers I pulled this morning off of one of the hives that wasn't making anything, and this is what we got. And this isn't even the time of year for robbing yet. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see those boxes if there was no flow. Absolutely. We still got wild elderberry. There's still some clover that hadn't burned off yet, which I don't know how much nectar that has now. It's probably a few. I saw a few tallow trees still actually blooming, so there's a few here and there. But this is why it's time to go ahead, and if you've got weak hives, if I've got weak hives, we need to get the honey off of them, because if the bees figure it out from other hives, they will clean those boxes out. Bit of honey. There's like half a frame of honey in there. So let me go ahead and brief you on what happened. Went out to the dairy real quick, and I'm gonna tell you the hives out there just are not doing well. And it's I don't think it's location. It's actually more to do with the fact that they swarmed. There's two more out there that swarmed, and they're empty. And I had looked through there about a week, 2 weeks ago maybe, and they were filling up a few supers. Well, I went out there today, and there are 5 full supers on, like I got them on 3 different hives. The rest of the hives, that's like an overflow yard anyway, so that's hives. But I did put some production hives out there that swarmed, and had to break a couple of them down, and now another one is gone. So it's just been a weird year for swarming. But there are 5 full supers, and those things are in direct sunlight, so I think they were able to cap them sooner, because they're all capped. But we're gonna go back up there, and I'm gonna pull some honey, because when I looked through it real quick a little while ago, it was capped, but the populations on the bees were way down. Now, direct sunlight, middle of the field, I didn't see I saw 2 or 3 beetles. Beetles usually aren't as bad there, but I don't want to take any chances. I don't want to leave it for another week. I've got time this afternoon to go over there and pull them 5 supers, and like I said, they were capped, and most all of them were capped. I got to get it off, because when I rode up, there weren't even any bees in the air. It was really strange. I walked up and I saw a few bees on the landing board, so I go in there and they're still full of honey. And I broke a few combs loose, burr comb, and honey's dripping. So, man, if any kind of robbing starts taking place, they'll clean those 5 boxes out, and that's that's a good 100 pounds of honey that can be gone in a day's time. So I want to go ahead and get down there, get those things emptied out, and then get them back here. And I'll probably go ahead and harvest them tomorrow. I'm gonna let them sit overnight and then harvest them tomorrow. So guys, let's get going down the road. I'm gonna ride down there. Shouldn't take long. I'm gonna show you what I do with my fume boards and how I pull honey. I pull full supers. That's why I'm waiting for everything to be capped out there, because I don't like pulling frame by frame. I pull the whole thing. So let's get on down there. But first, I'm gonna show you my fume boards. So guys, I buy the Man Lake fume boards. I got 2 of them, so that way I can leapfrog around. And these are the ones that are activated by the sun. My hive's back there in the shade, so they don't work super back there. They'll work good at the pond, but they still work. And I'll show you what they look like. So these are my fume boards. It's the felt inside. This goes on top. Fits exactly over the top of a box, and it's got this thing here that draws the heat in and activates the stuff. I use Honey Bandit. It's all food grade stuff. Doesn't stink like this stuff that smells like throw up. It's actually isn't bad. And I squirt a little bit on the bottom of this, maybe 5 or 6 pumps. Initially maybe 10, and then stick them on there. Run the bees down, pull the super, go home. That's how I like to do it. Alright folks, so what I'm going to do is show you something. This is what caught my attention here and why I want to get these boxes off of here. Usually when you come here, there are bees everywhere in the air. And you come up here now and there's hardly anything flying. See the fronts? Very disappointed this year in these hives down here. So we're going to pull this and show you how to do it. Okay, we had a battery die on us. So I take my honey bandit. Actually, I put quite a few on the first one. I said 10, but I cover it pretty good. And then refresh it every so often. Let's go over here. I took a peek in the brood boxes just to check, and just weren't a lot. Now this one's not bad. It's got bees up in it. And if we look inside, the outside ones, they capped those last. So see, we're capped on one side, we're just not on the other. But if all 9 are, all I got is half of a frame. That's pretty close to what I need. This one here, let's check this outside one. This is fat. But I'll dry it. Yeah, see, this one's capped almost all the way. And then all the way on that side, so it's good. So what I'll do, take my fume board. Now with the sun, works better out here with the sun. And we'll let them run on down. Then we'll do the same over here. Gonna do the same thing over here. Same with this one. I think I checked the outside on this one. Yeah, same way. So, and the centers are good. Pull the center one up. Yeah. And this is one of the ones that I actually I tore some burr comb. Now this one's not capped all the way, but so what do? This one's got half capped. You shake it down like that, and there's no nectar coming out. So that's pretty much cured. It's close, but it's still water, you can tell. But it doesn't come out, so that's a good sign. But this one, when I picked it up earlier, I wanted to check the brood nest because there's hardly any bees in it. And I tore a comb, and it'll go through the bottom. And if they get robbed, they will be gone in a couple days, and we'll lose a couple buckets of honey. All right, that's it, guys. Now we wait. Well, guys, that first hive actually had more bees in it, so it's taking a little while to run them down. These went right on down because there weren't many in here. So I like to flip it up. Oh, that's full. Golly, that thing is full. See, and that's what I call nice fat honey. Still some bees in there, though. That's nice fat honey. And then we look down here, and we're about the same way. We're capped all the way across. But I'll take a look at them too. One thing I don't do is I don't smoke them out. If you go to smoking them out, a lot of times you actually, any of the uncapped stuff will catch a lot of smoke flavor or smoke smell. And another thing with the smoke is I've one time seen where ashes will start flying out of the smoker, and all of a sudden you look on your frames, on your, your caps, and you've got little black specks everywhere. And they'll strain out for the most part, but it's not something you really want. So I don't use the smoke. I may use it just to get a few residuals out sometimes, but that's it. I let the fume board do its work. Not a ton of bees down in there. Take this off because the lid is not going to go on flush. So, another thing, they got plenty of honey in that second deep, and condensing them down is going to do nothing but help them. That I can tell you. All right. This one's full of bees on the top, but no, I say that, no they're not. But they're just weak in the bottom. I looked in the bottom and they're not strong, so we're gonna let them sit and we're gonna go back down here. It's very good. The second one usually doesn't take as long because you've already got them going downward anyway. Here's how I check my boxes really quick. Now, a big guy, a big honey producer is not going to do this. They can afford the amount of not all the way cured honey. It's not nectar, it's still honey, but you know, they're getting hundreds and hundreds and thousands of gallons. They're 90%, their moisture threshold is met. But what I do is I pull the outside frames real quick. So outside frame, yep, a little uncapped. This is completely capped. I don't see any nectar. I see 2 or 3 drops that came out. So it's a little moist, but let's get the bees off anyway. I'll check a middle for brood. No brood there, no brood in that one, no brood in that one, that's set. I'll check my other outside one real quick. And all capped, just about all capped. So in the big scheme of things, 90% of this is capped. And again, I'll run it through a warmer box. There we go. Again, I did check these earlier, but let's look. Good, pretty much all good. Capped on there. 2 bees outside. Yep, that one's full. And I won't even check for brood in the top. Guess could have put my truck up. These capped a lot faster out here. I'm thinking because it's direct sunlight maybe. That one's good. I checked these in the middle for brood because they're over the brood nest. Brood ain't gonna hurt nothing, but it's none. Might have been a little bit of drone brood at the bottom of that other one. A little bit. Well guys, that's a wrap. Really disappointed in these bees, but needed to get this off. And it's capped, so no reason I can't go ahead and grab it. I'd love to do everything at one time, but you see that hive down there with no bees. I mean, they're just not going to guard it that well. And the hive beetles are peaking are getting ready to peak soon, and robin will start here pretty quick. So just want to go ahead and get them off. That's a wrap. Let's go into the house, unload these things, And hey, that's 5 boxes we didn't lose to robbing or beetles, so I need to go. Alright guys, that's it. Got them all hauled in. 5 of them. Solid boxes. That's good. No need to go through everything, explain what I did. I explained it on the way, what we were doing and why I did it. Had to get them out. I broke a frame coming in. One of those boxes had a lot of bees. They just refused to come out. So I'm going to get that AC put back up to about 74. Turn the lights off and open the door. And what that'll do a lot of times is they'll come out of the boxes and fly away. So, and the few residuals. So that's it. We're going to harvest some honey probably tomorrow. I'll probably try and include a little bit of that in here. If not, when we do our big harvest, I'll do a whole video on that. And I've got one in from last year. Well, hey guys, it's the next day, and I'm going to do a real quick snippet of a video. I will do an actual harvest video later, but we've got these 5 supers, and got a little bit of wet honey in them probably, just because it's not fully capped and on the ends, but that's okay. Majority of them are. I think that direct sunlight out there really did help those hives for that. But those hives are weak out there. That yard is not doing well, so not super happy with that yard. But, you know, the stronger hives did store away honey. Unfortunately, they're very weak right now. Can't let them get overrun with small hive beetles and then turn around and get so weak they get robbed. And so we wanted to get them off before we lost the honey. Because the hives are so weak, they need to go down into 2 brood chambers anyway. Maybe even 1 in some cases. Alright guys, I'm going to get started with this. Well guys, I just fed that up and did a quick snippet for y'all. We're going to do these 5 boxes. Again, it's an early pull for me. I like to pull all my honey at one time. That's why I tell you I went through the hives and was waiting for about 3 weeks. Or 2 weeks rather. I want everything capped. I want it cured as best it can. It cures better. It's so humid down here. It just seems to cure better if I wait. I usually pull end of July. End of June, beginning of July. Sometimes into July. But again, if I see weak hives, I'm going to go ahead and pull them early. And so that's my process. I'll do a more in-depth video on my process and then what I do. I'm going to get busy, finish this up. Glad you guys could join me. Hope you liked the video. Guys, I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget, if you like the video, to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. And look, share it with your friends, your family, and anybody just enjoys watching bees. This is Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and God bless y'all.